Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful night. So today I bring you a very special tip, and over some weeks, some of my subscribers, a lot of you have been calling to ask what is wrong that you don't see our videos online on YouTube and all that. But we are very sorry for everything, and for those of you asking us for a particular spiritual tip to give you something you are tackling, you should try to bear with us, because there's a lot of people out there asking for different spiritual solutions, so we are treating them one by one. But today I bring you two different things. The first one is the one I call spiritual guide. Yes, what and what you should do. And the second one is the it's a December bonanza. So we there's a particular ring we make and sell. So there's a low rate on that ring. So if you are interested, I'm going to tell you the work of the ring, how to use it, and the importance, everything here. So firstly, let us go into the first one, the one I call the spiritual guide. You know, the most important thing is, before you go to any spiritual work, or before you go into any spiritual work, or either you are given a spiritual work to use, either for anything, either for money, prosperity, protection and all that. So you firstly need to know what can be the stoppage, the barrier of that work. I mean, what can stop that thing from working? So the work may be made perfectly, but because there's no guide, there's no much experience on how to handle spiritual work, it may stop it from working, and you'll be blaming the who made it for you. So these five things I want to share is just a tip of an iceberg. So we are still sharing a lot of it on this channel if you stick to this channel and you subscribe. So the first one today is, don't shake don't shake sponge after using them to bath. I'm not talking about any sponge. A sponge you are using to bath for a spiritual work. On a normal day, when you finish bathing, you will shake what they call the sponge, and it is not good for a spiritual. The way you use things normally are very different when you are using a spiritual work. So this one I'm talking about actually is that when you finish bathing, it is not good to be shaking the sponge you use to bath. You'll be shaking it, maybe to allow it to dry, or to allow the water to come off it. It is not good when you use a spiritual work like a soap to bath. That's the first one, so you should avoid it. It can also stop the work from working, especially if you are using a spiritual work that will bring customers, that will bring the people to you. It is not good. Then the second one is to talk or discuss while you are making a spiritual work. Yes, this one is also very important. When a lot of people keep complaining, even if we give them something to do by themselves. What you hear is that they don't get the result, and all these things are caused by negligence, by not taking care of the work very well. So the second one we are discussing here is the how you handle the work. So it is not good always when you are making a spiritual work to be discussing with people, either your neighbor, your friend. Just give it that time and give it much attention to finish that work before you can now talk to people. Any spiritual work, it is not good to be discussing or talking during that particular time you are preparing it. The reason is, the spiritual work you see have ears just like human being, and the ears of spiritual works are more than human being. Like as we learn it in some Oduifa and the spiritual lineage, there is a reason that each spiritual work can have thousands of ears. That is more reason why when you are talking rubbish, when you are so speaking while making spiritual work is also not very good. So assuming you were cursing someone or you are speaking bad word while you are making it, so that is what it will pick. Even if you later start using it, it will be working otherwise. That's why you will see someone using work that is meant for money and the thing will be working otherwise. So it is not good to be talking or discussing or gossiping while you are making a spiritual work. Then another thing is, don't blow air into a jar or bottle you want to put a powder, a spiritual powder. Maybe you are giving a spiritual powder in paper and you want to put it in a bottle or a gourd. So don't falsely blow air into that gourd or that bottle. It is not always good. It is not good for a spiritual work. The gourd you want to put a powder into or a spiritual work, you now blow air maybe to clean some dust or something like that. You don't blow air into it. It is not good. It also may affect spiritual work. And another thing is honey. So this fourth one, I'm going to talk about honey. When you hear honey, a lot of people be happy. When you see this one talking about honey, you see that one talking about honey. Everyone is discussing about honey, importance of honey and all that. Honey is very good for a spiritual work. But I want you to know something. As good as honey is, it is easier to take a strange spirit, as good as it is. So when you see a spiritual work meant for to use honey, you don't just use honey anyhow. So that is why you are using honey to get love, to get grace, but it is working otherwise. The honey might take the strange spirit. The work was made perfectly, but the honey you are using with it as taking in a strange spirit will be affecting the work. So honey is very, you cannot just buy honey and start using it for a spiritual work. Well, normally you might be lucky that it doesn't affect you, but most of the time honey can easily take in strange spirit. So to avoid this, you find a small charcoal and put it in that honey. Small charcoal. I'm not saying you should grind it. You should find a small charcoal and put it into that honey you want to be using for a spiritual work, to avoid it taking in a strange spirit, so that what you are using it for will work perfectly. All these things are very necessary. I want you to take note of them. And the last one I'm sharing today is, make sure you pray into a spiritual work before you use them, even if you are asked not to pray or say anything. Normally I said previously that all this spiritual work has a lot of years, thousands of years. So whatever you say into it will be what they will be working on. Maybe you are giving a powder to use to boost your business, to get a particular thing, protection or anything. You just put it in your mouth and drink it like that, or you just lick it. Maybe you mix it with honey or anything, without saying anything, without prayer, without anything, hoping it will work itself. Although it will work, but all this spiritual work have something in common. I said they have ears. So whatever you put into it is like praising them. They know that this person is actually, one important thing is, when you are making a spiritual work, anyone can make a spiritual work. You can make a spiritual work. So when you are making it like that, you have power over it. When you are putting one thing and another thing together, you have power. When you go to a market, you buy coconut, you buy egg, you buy this, you buy that, you have power over it then. But when you collate them together and you start burning them, or you start pounding them on a stone, on a something, just to put it together to make a spiritual work, you don't have power over it again. So that is when it becomes a spiritual work. It's now ready to be sent everywhere. It's ready for you to to be a messenger. That's when the spiritual work is made. it is very necessary that you pray into it. Don't just use a spiritual work. Please, it is not always good to just pick a spiritual work and use it like that without saying anything. It's not always good like that. Even if you are not asked to, just try to, that's your wish. Maybe that thing is made for grace especially, or maybe you are a contractor and you are giving a spiritual work, maybe a soap to use to bath every morning, and you just go to where the soap was given. Maybe the person that gave you didn't say you should pray or do anything with it, just say go and use it. You should try to know that when you get to that soap, tell as if you are talking to person, tell it your mind, speak out your mind, tell him what you want, what you don't want, like for your work, as I'm going out today, you know, all those things. So it is very good to be praying to a spiritual work before you use it, and don't say bad word while you want to use it, all those things. So it is very important. I hope you have learned a new thing today. Another lesson concerning this thing are coming on this channel if you stick to this channel and subscribe, because once you know much about spiritual work, it will be easier for you and you won't have problem complaining here and there. Because to give you a spiritual work is not a problem, but to maintain it is very important. So hope you have learned something. Thank you. And again, I said previously at the beginning of this video that there's a bonus going on for this December, you know, bonanza for New Year. So you know, we are going to a new year. This is December. So if you need this ring I'm holding, you can see there's a lot of ring here. There's a lot of rings here. I don't know if you can see that. So here I have 20 pieces. So I've sold some of it. The rings, let me tell you the work before we now go into tell you the price and how it can get delivered into your place. This ring work for if you are a businessman, or you are selling anything, or you are a student, to avoid misfortune, to avoid bad luck. When you are putting this ring on you, it will stay all the bad luck, or even it give you all the how do I put this one, all the terrestrial, all that will give you your own respect. So when you are even if you cannot put it on your hand, you put it in your car or in your house, the peace will be in that house. So, and also it attracts grace. This particular ring, it is very expensive. Normally if we want to sell this ring, it should be up to like 20,000 naira for a single ring, because the ingredients are very expensive. It's a specially made ring that I did myself. So the ring is going out for 10,000 naira only. If you are interested, it will get delivered into your place. So if you have this ring, has a lot of importance that we cannot discuss here, you know. So has a lot of importance that everyone must be having on them. So it has a caution to it, you know, things that can, you know, affect the work. It's like you don't put this ring to sleep with your woman or to sleep with a man. So that's the only thing involved. No repercussion, nothing, no devil, no. So this ring is just a normal thing everyone should have. It is going out for 10,000 naira. So and it can get delivered to your place. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. If you have any question to ask, or a general reading consultation and all that is going for this December, or you want to know something what the new year is holding for you and all that, you can message me privately. May the Olodumare bless you as you are watching this. Olodumare bless you as you are watching this, because if any aṣọ funfun ní sunkún aró ìpìlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ní sunkún èkejì, adífá fún olúbìyí ọmọ tàtà tàbí àkún, ẹni olúbá bí wọn ìrárùn ajé, arira oko ọ̀pọ̀ òní jẹ́ ká rárùn arira oko. All of you watching this will not lack. Thank you so much, and happy new year in advance. Thank you.